Hello everybody and welcome. Today we're going to be doing some drive testing. We're checking interior, we're checking exterior. We're going to test out this 78 kilowatt hour battery Polestar 2. Okay, we're going to do the Dave test. Maybe I need to be down here. We're going to do the Dave test. I'm going to try to get in this car. I am almost 6'6", so let's give it a whirl. Now, I'm used to getting into small cars. My Model 3 is pretty small, but it really depends upon the opening. So if I stand here, you can see where the opening comes to, right here. So let's give it a whirl. Get in like a girl, sorry. And I can just get my head in, but if I sit up in the seat, you can see it gets cut off here. It's okay, let me see. Okay, I'm in. So far, so good. Let me see how the door shuts. Okay, yep. I am in, a little tight, but it's not so bad. All right, let's change views now and we'll jump in the car together. We're out in the highway now. We are on two-lane highway. It's 45 miles an hour. Changes to 50 up here. And we're going to go ahead and try the lane following here. It's a normal test I do. Okay, cruise control is on. Interesting about this particular cruise control, you can go up or down arrow. If you go up, it goes in 5s. So we're just going to set it for 45 to start. We'll go a little easier on it here. We'll set it for 40, okay? And I'm going to then hit the cruise control, which I think is, hold on. It's very confusing here. All right, so turn that on and hit this right arrow. Okay, as you can see, we are now on lane following. So I'm going to go to the speed limit of 45 here, okay? And I got my hand on the wheel, and let's just see how this does. This is the road I do testing for the lane following. We are headed east at this point in time. Sun's behind us. I did that because I got a late start today. All right, let's see if it makes this curve. No, not really. See, it's way over in the wrong side of the road. Okay, so let's try again. Let me drive around this corner. All right, whoops. All right, come on, you got it now. Take over. There we go. Got my hand on the wheel. See how it does. Now we're down to 41. One of the things with the cruise control I noticed here in the Polestar 2 is if you go up a hill, it does not maintain your speed. If you go down your hill, it does not. Okay, this is a good curve. Let's see. Oh, no. It bailed out. It said automatic intervention, collision avoidance. Yeah, it would have been a collision. All right, let's try again. Turn that on. Enable the cruise control. You got it, brother? No, he doesn't have it. Okay, so let's do a couple things. Let's click OK, make that go away. We're at 42 now. We're on what's called Pilot Assist here in the Polestar. No, stay over in the road. All right, we're down to 42 miles an hour, and that's our set, and that's what we're going. Let's see if it makes it around these curves here. Come on, stay on the road. I gotta have my hand on the wheel so it's happy. Okay, stiff turn here. You got it. Yeah, so far. Keep going, go around the corner. Nope. No, we would have been in the ditch on that one. All right, well, let's go on here. Okay, sharp left turn coming up. Come on. Nope, wouldn't have made it. Had to help it. Okay. Let's continue down the road here. I have no one behind me, so that's okay. Of course, on a halfway straight road, it's fine. On the highway, we're going to find out. I know. I didn't have enough pressure on the wheel. Okay, we're at 50. I'm going to go to 45 here on the set. I think it kind of straightened out a little bit. Going to check it out here. Okay, got to turn to the right. Looks okay. It's a mild turn. Seems to do fine going downhill. Now it's set for 45. It's tempting to slow down to 45 here. And then a slight turn and then an uphill here. It's a steep uphill. See if the cruise control deals with it. Yeah, we're 4 miles an hour slow. Still 4 miles. There's 3 miles an hour, 2 miles an hour. It's finally catching up here. It's got quite a hysteresis on it, which, stay on the road, there we go. That, depending upon the actual elevation, it'll catch up eventually. Whoa, stay there. Guy backing out here. All right, we're through the test zone here. It was interesting. I'm going to go ahead and cancel the cruise control pilot assist here in the Polestar 2. All right, we're going to make a left here and we're headed out to the interstate. Okay, we're just getting up on the interstate here now. It's relatively easy. You know, I keep calling it an interstate. It's technically a highway. It's Highway 74 here. Speed limit's 70. Let me set that here. Okay, pilot assist is on. It is driving. We have following distance here. Here, let's see. Let's do 2 bars worth. I'm not sure what the actual distance is here. I'm going to go ahead and boost it up by 5. Change lanes here. This will be now 75. This guy in this little red car here didn't want to go fast, and then when I go fast, he goes fast. Old guy, so maybe he doesn't have cruise control in that old car, I don't know. Anyway, we're set to 75 here, but it's doing 74. Once I get in front of this truck, I'll go back down to my normal few over. The pilot assist seems to be driving fine on the interstate, or excuse me, highway. 1, 2. All right, let's get back over in front of this truck. Okay, so it seems to be driving okay here on the highway. We got a couple turns coming up. Let's go through that. Okay, coming up on this turn, it's not a hard one, just easy. But see this off-ramp here? See this? See this? Whoa, it wanted to drive me off the off-ramp, and then it caught itself halfway through. On the way back from Atlanta yesterday, it wanted to kill us a few times doing that exact same thing. All right, we continue down a straight here. Okay, we're going to try something now. I am not going to have my hand on the wheel, and let's just see exactly what this thing does, okay? So here we go. Let me zoom in on the warning part, and you guys can watch it. Okay, I got my hand so lightly on the wheel in case, but let's just see what it's going to do here for us now. I know it's going to whine. There's our first warning. Hold steering wheel, it says. Let's see what it does. Okay, now it beeps at me. It's not real loud here. Okay. Uh-oh. Pilot assist canceled. Resume active driving. Emergency stop assist is activated. Now, whoa, it's hitting the brakes. Okay, it's whacking the brakes. All right, I'm going to take it over now. Okay. Well, that's interesting. It will, yes, I know it's canceled. All right, so that was a interesting failure scenario. I fell asleep. The car kept driving, which is what it should be doing, in my opinion. It then went ahead and started giving me warnings, a little stiffer warnings. It jabbed the brakes one time, message came up, and then it went into the failure mode. And then it started jabbing the brakes and slowing down the car. So that was a really good failure mode here. I don't know if it would have actually come to a complete stop. There's too many people here on the highway. But at least if I was falling asleep, maybe jabbing the brakes a little bit would have got my attention and woke me up. So that was pretty good. All right, I'm on Highway 74. I'm westbound. I have pilot assist. That's Polestar pilot assist on. We're doing 74. It's set for 75. We're heading into the sun here, as you can see. The sun's over there. Trying to get the phone out of the way, get the reflection out of your eyes. So this is approximately what I see. Let's get a little wider view out of the window. There we go. That looks pretty good. As long as I can keep the sun out of the camera, it'll look okay. I get a little map on the binnacle, which is kind of neat. Generally, you can't spend much time looking at it. It's kind of a waste, in my opinion, because I don't want to spend too much time as the driver here looking at the binnacle's directions. Over on the right there is more map. All right, we're coming up on this slower guy here, and let's see what it's going to do. There's an indication on the screen. There's little cars lit up. Let's see. I've got no. See, it's got that problem where all of a sudden it wants to get off on the off ramps for no reason at all. If I turn the blinker on, does it do auto lane change? No, it runs over the guy in front of me. Look at that. See that? I turn on the blinker to go around the guy, and he's going like 71. The car sped up and would have run right into the back of him. And I'm going to go ahead and switch lanes here now. Okay, the sun is almost to my left. It's right about 9:30 here to my left. And we'll continue down the highway here. Again, I'm 5 over, what's actually 4 over here. That was an interesting display of driving back there. It'll come up behind somebody and follow, and all is good. The minute I turned my left blinker on, it immediately sped up. And if I didn't change lanes manually, it would have run into the back of the guy. So that's certainly not a feature I think I would want on my car. Now we're coming around almost due west here now, looking right into the sun. I apologize for any weird anomalies on the camera. I've got it pretty high where the sun isn't in my eyes. Let me put the blinder down here. There we go. It's a little bit better for all of us. All right. See, it's driving me off the road. You hear that? Get back on the road. All right, well, that's enough of that. Let me get rid of this. Kind of proves the point, however, the pilot assist while on a straight line is pretty good. Any off ramps, any turning that's sharp, there's some issues. All right, let's head back to the house. We'll do a gander inside of the car when we get there. This is the navigation of the Polestar 2. It is Google navigation. The UI works like this. You get the little blocks. You have, I guess you would, lack of a better term, call them apps. The apps are all here. If I hit the navigation here. And there's a speak control here on the steering wheel here. So if I push that and I say, navigate to Chicago, Illinois.
Sure, Chicago.
All right, let's see what it's going to do here now. Okay, so it's given me, now this is an upgrade from my Mach-E. I'm able to actually examine the map while the directions are over here. Now, it has no charging stops, so let's add some charging stops. That's pretty cool. Now, how did it know that I wanted to electrify America? I have no clue, except that the last time I used this was an Electrify America. All right, so here are our charging stops. Now you say, well, where the heck are they? Well, that's always been a gripe of mine. I want to make sure that I'm not driving all the way to Chicago. That's, I don't know, 900 miles. Let's see, what is it, 716 miles. That'd be a long drive. So I usually drive 600 miles. I make a video for the night and then head on. I've driven as far as 980 some miles, but I'm not into that anymore. So that includes charging time, by the way. Calculates 15 hours and 11 minutes, 716 miles. Pretty cool, actually. I will see now. Let's examine the charging stops. Okay. Again, this is an upgrade over my Mach-E. Not only does it show where it is, and I can actually zoom in here, see where number 2 is. And it looks like it's right off the highway here. And I can easily tell where it is. It's Bass Pro Drive. Wonder where that is. If I touch this, what happens? It gives me the location, Kodak, Tennessee. Now that is really handy. They've done a fine job with the navigation here. I imagine if you wanted to do away with one of those charge stops. Let's see if I want to 86 the, it's 86 this one, okay? Can I delete it? Let's see, maybe I can delete it. This one? Nope. Oh, I just canceled my whole planning of the trip, which is fine. It's okay. Okay, so I've canceled the whole trip. It's okay. If I want to generate a new trip, let's go to New York City.
New York is 10 hours, 49 minutes from your location by car in light traffic.
Okay, and there it is. Wham. Let's add some charging stops. Wham. And I can examine the charging stops. I don't know if I can change the charging stops, but they all seem reasonable. A little short, but it's probably the fastest way. 717 miles, 4 hours, 19 minutes. I think this proves the point that the navigation here as set up in the Polestar 2 is pretty darn good. I give it an A. I think it works just fine for navigation. It's intuitive. It works just like the Google in my cell phone and your cell phone, and it makes it really easy and easy to use. So that's cool. All right, well, I give it an A. All right, well, let's head back to the house. We'll go ahead and eyeball the inside of the car when we get there. All right, we're back in the garage. Let's have a short look around here in the cabin. And tomorrow I'll cover it in good detail. Tomorrow we have some road tests. We're going to take it out, drive it around some cones, do some acceleration tests, you know, normally that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's have a look around here in the cabin. It's a little dark, but I think you guys can see it. Normal door controls, window controls, left, right mirror, lock and unlock there. Get out of the car through this mechanical handle. There's more stuff down here. I think it's to open the back here. And it looks like a microphone, but I think it's the obligatory, yeah. It's the obligatory lights of the cabin. They control all the lights here, even the main screen. So we'll leave it on bright. We have the normal left side, which is your what I call blinker. Everybody gives me a hard time over that. But the directional controls are here. But listen to what the blinking sound sounds like. Listen. It's a clicking sound that comes out of the speaker. Actually, I kind of like it. All right, steering wheel. Steering wheel is semi-busy, very much so like a regular, what I call fossil fuel car or conventional legacy auto car. We have cruise control with this button. This is resume. Up here on the top, we have following distance, less or more following distance, arrows here. The right arrow, once you turn the cruise control on to activate it, you click the right button. That's what I've determined. Over here on the right side, we have our voice activated stuff. It does a pretty good job of locating things. We have the menu button here. If I hit that, I can change what the dashboard looks like here. I can get rid of the map, or it can be all status of what's going on here. I run it there. It doesn't really matter. I think it's arbitrary. If I zoom in a little bit, you get a little bit better view of what it looks like. This is the out of focus screen. Sorry. Anyway, there you go. That's what it looks like. And if I click it here, it shows a map. Again, my opinion, having a map right here is kind of silly because I got to watch the road. I'd rather have it just tell me. Okay, so then we go to the main screen. The main screen, as you saw, it's not very big. I would have to bet it's maybe the actual view is about the size of an Apple iPad. It has some extra junk here, stuff that you would normally use, which is fine. I think easy to understand. Big giant controls. I would have to bet that it's probably 1.5 centimeters high and 2 wide, and maybe a box of 1.5 centimeters square for each icon. The temperature goes up in 2s, which is fine, I suppose. It's easy to do. It's a very good capacitive touchscreen. You can just touch it. You can zoom in stuff, and as you can see, it's not very laggy. It's pretty darn good. Of course, to get to any car functions, will be up here. You go here. You have drive. You can set steering, sports mode. I haven't been able to activate. Oh, look at that. Maybe you had to be in park. I've been driving in conventional mode, so we'll try that. All right, so one pedal driving is here. We've got low regen, standard regen, and then creep. Creep is what if you were a conventional legacy auto driver with an automatic transmission. You take your foot off of the brake, what happens? The car goes forward, and you can simulate that here with creep. Otherwise, when you shut that off, when you take your foot off the accelerator in a one-pedal driving car, it comes to a stop and holds. So that's generally how that works. There's an assist menu. I'm not going to go through all this junk here, but there's all kinds of features. You can look that up online. Charge screen's okay. I found an anomaly with the charge screen. As this charge screen fades out after a while, the software that reads the inputs, the touch inputs, still run. So if you go to touch the screen somewhere to turn it back bright again, be careful, because I was touching the center of the screen, and where does it set it? Right to 50%, and it was causing me trouble when I was trying to charge yesterday. Anyway, once you're hooked up to AC, you can set your AC charge limit here. You can also schedule. Schedule's a handy thing. Some of your electric companies have some kind of a low rate in the evening and off peak times. Whoops, I bumped this little button down here. It's volume control. Hopefully I make it go away. Go away. Maybe if I do that. Oh no, just got worse. I don't know how to make it. It'll probably time out here. Anyway, scheduling allows you to set your charge time. You can charge at a lower cost energy rate from your provider. You can turn that on and off. Very easy to use. If I turned it on, I just run around here and I can set the charge schedule, and they did a nice job in the UI here. Makes it easy. It's really a no-brainer to operate. No complex menus. And then more menu, of course, there's a whole pile of stuff. And again, I'm not going to go through everything. If you're interested, there's plenty of this stuff online. One thing here, I can also power off the vehicle for whatever reason. Not sure what that's all about. All right, so hit the car again. And then we've got this camera thing. Oh, okay, good. It looks out the peephole camera in the back. So I say that in jest, but if you look at this here, it looks like you're looking through a door, one of those things in a door, where if somebody knocks on your door, you can look outside. It's a fishbowl, fisheye looking thing, and you can see the outer part of where the back of the car is and the license plate and so on. Extreme fishbowl. But it's okay. Let's see if I do this. What if I go to gear? All right, volume on park assist, kind of cool here. And wheel guidelines on or off. Well, that's okay. That's these little things here. And by the way, they're orange, which happens to be the same color as the seatbelt. All right, so that's that. You have the app menu here, a bunch of stuff you want to do. It's pretty straightforward. And a little circle menu. Not sure what all that's about. Owner, admin, passwords maybe, log out. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. I think that'll be enough for today. I appreciate you watching. I will bring you more features and functionality here of the Polestar, and that's Polestar and number 2, and that's what I'm in here. I'll go ahead and bring you some more over the next few days. Tomorrow I think I'll take it up to Richard, and I think I'll bring some cones. We'll try to do a little bit of driving. I will say that the car is decent driving. It's not a Model 3 performance, but it's certainly a nice little handling car. I am 6'6", and I will tell you tomorrow we'll go into the seats and everything else, but I'll leave you with one little thing here. If you look at this console and you look at my knee, what is that saying? Okay, so think about that overnight. This video will be out in the morning. I will then post the video for the interior and some drive testing on the following day. And if you would, please go ahead and hit subscribe. I could certainly use your subscription as I am trying to grow my channel more. If you have friends that might be interested, feel free to pass the YouTube links on to them. I'm sure they would enjoy that. Thanks for watching. I'll look for you in the next videos, and take care.